So there I am, just minding my own business, gathering some oil, when a sea serpent decided to make my day a bad day. And I tried my best to fight it off with my OP armor and my really good sword, but these animals, you just can't fight them in the water. And yeah, this is what happened. I went back later the same day with the help of Bertel401, who was kind enough to fly around and kill some animals so I could safely walk to my grave. Now, I didn't realize that my grave was this low, so I packed quite a lot of dirt and gravel so I was able to pillar down. I'm wearing the armor that I found in the dungeons that allowed me to walk on the water, but that meant when I returned to my grave, it dropped basically all my other armor, which is now somewhere on the bottom of the ocean. Fine, I got my stuff back. Thank you very much, Bertel. It was an eventful day. And here we are. Hello, I'm Mimi Strobel, and welcome to another episode of FTB Interactions. Not such a great time last Monday. I wanted to get the oil before the world got reset. Meanwhile, I've also been busy here, as you can see. And don't worry, I will explain everything. So, I've got my request table here, and the power junction, and this is all of these programs are now compiled and I can flash them whenever I need them. Now, logistics pipes is about pipes. And most of these are called unrouted pipes, unrouted transport pipes. And basically, an unrouted transport pipe can have from one side to another, but no crossings, no T's, whatever. Just in one, out the other. In one, out the other. That's all it can do. So if you want to have a connection elsewhere, you need at least a basic logistics pipe. And you can actually see that there's one over here. Right there with the green dots. Because you can only have 50 of the unrouted pipes maximum between two others. On all these barrels and inventories I placed Logistic Chassis Mark 1. And that is one of the most common ones that you'll use, and there's different marks. They have different numbers of modules that you can add. And in this case, I've got 2 modules in all of them. And the first one is a provider module. And the provider module says, this storage can provide items. And basically it can provide all the items that it has, which is in this case just the saplings. In this case it's all the ingots, so that's the provider module. And we can tell it in this case, well, you can request everything that you want, but we're gonna leave 1 item per stack behind. And that's important. I'll come to that later. So that's one thing, provider modules. As a result of all those provider modules, I can now see all the items in those storages in my request table. All of the ores, all of the GregTech machines, all of the ingots and dusts and whatnots. But also my wood, my charcoal, my coal coke, my paper, my string, everything is available because they have the provider module. But all of that is going only from the storage to my table or from storage to a machine. I also want to be able to send items back into my storage, and for that we use the Itemsync module. The Itemsync module says these requested items can be accepted for this inventory. And in this case, it's only the mineral berries. In this case, it's only the crystallized mineral chunks, etc. So all of these have a very simple item sync that says if you have mineral saplings that you want to get rid of that are sent to this table will be sent along the pipes to the mineral berry barrel. It will skip everything else and it will go straight into this barrel. So that's 2 parts, right? We have going from the barrels there, from the request table back into the barrels. These are simple. These have a lot more items than 9. So I can't just whitelist all of these. So here we have what they call a polymorphic Itemsync module. Basically, anything it contains, it will accept. So there's a sawdust. That means if I send a sawdust, it will accept the sawdust. If I send slime ball, it will accept slime ball because it knows that. If I send a block of coal, it doesn't know about it. It won't accept a block of coal. Right? But everything it has, it would accept. Which is also why I told it here to keep one. Because if I request 6 flawless diamonds and it takes them all out, and I send them back, it has nowhere to go because it no longer accepts flawless diamonds. Right? If I take out 5 and I leave 1, it will still accept flawless diamonds. So that's why we keep at least 1 in stock. And then the Itemsync module, the Polymorphic Itemsync module basically says, anything that I have something, you can send to me. And I'm probably gonna reorganize this a bit because I don't need to have a slime cube in there. And, well, some other things possibly. We'll see. The same thing I did for the ores. Basically, if I send it magnetite ores, it will accept magnetite ores. But then for this one, I did something slightly different. I did a Mark II logic chassis, which gives me 3 module slots. So it accepts anything it already has, but also it accepts everything from GregTech, from logistics, from modular machines. And if I wanted to add, for example, random things, I could say you also accept random things. You just place an item here from the mod, you say add, or you say remove. Now anything that's one of these mods will be accepted for this inventory. Which is, in this case, that's really what I want. Because, for example, if I request for a provided logistics pipe, there's only one in here. I don't want to have to say I make a new one because I need one in here. I can take it out, but because it's logistics pipe, it will still accept it. Which also means here I did not set, or I should not set, leave one. So that is one side of the logistics pipe. We have provider modules, we have Itemsync modules, and this is the first step to automation. Now, the first things I would like to do is reorganize the machines that I have here and start up setting up automation. And plates and wires, those things are really common, and those are the first things I'm going to set up. So first I need a new basic vending machine because these have a different program for the plates and for those thin ones, right? This one can be used for both wires and the thin wires. And then we'll see how we move on from there. And how does the request table work? Basically, it can craft from anything that's in here. And whatever's not there, you can request. So for example, we want an LV machine casing. So I'm going to say go for most likely and request. And I need to take out the wrench because it doesn't understand. I'll put this one in here. And so you can see the plates are coming across the lines. And now we have the 8 plates I can take out and make the machine. I now need to have, and I can just request these. 2 times 1, yeah, so twice a 1 time tin cable coming in here. And it will show up here, and I can craft the machine hull. Let's see, what else do we have? I'll put this one in here again. And what do we need? Oh, we actually have everything that we need for the second basic vending machine. And then I also want a circuit, which I'm just going to request 1. So I should get 3 circuits and a basic vending machine. The other thing I need is, and now I'm not 100% sure, but it's going to be a bit trial of error for me. I'm going to need a crafting logistics pipe, but for that I need a crafting logistics pipe programmer. Crafting logistics pipe, and let's flash that. And at some point we'll automate this, and then we'll have more of these just lying around. For now, it's going in there, and I'm going to request. What are you saying? It's there. Crafting logistics pipe request, and request again. And I really like all these items flying around the the cables and wires. If you don't, there's an option in the config to disable that. All right, let's see. I've got this, I got my chip. You can see I've taken out everything else and put them in a chest here for now. So this machine is going to be making plates, and this machine is going to be making foils. And the foils need a program circuit configuration 4, and that's why it has to be 2 different machines, because this has a program circuit configuration 0. And I'm going to add 2 crafting modules here. And I should be able to tell this that, say I want steel plate. Steel plate is going to be the output, and the steel ingot is going to be the input. And here, let's say, let's do red alloy, because I know I'm going to need all of that. So I'm going to have, oh, no, this is not what I want. Hang on. I think what I need is a crafting manager and crafting modules. Now the crafting manager, I need a crafting manager programmer. And I think I have everything else. Let's see. I do. Do I have 2 of them? I have. And then I need some modules. And let's just request 10 of those. We'll see. 2 crafting managers. A chisel. I don't need that for right now. And 2 of those will become, let's do 3 of those for now, crafting modules. And I'm going to go into 1 crafting module, and I'm going to say red alloy ingot to red alloy plate. Then I'm going to say this one, red alloy foil, which is from a plate. Here. Okay. And finally, steel ingot, regular steel ingot to steel plate. Okay, so I've now programmed these in the modules, and I'm going to put in a crafting manager for both of these. Using my pipe manager, or what is it, pipe controller? Pipe manager. It's right-clicking to set my crafting manager, and I can put the first 2 in here. If I hold shift while it's in here, I can also see I set this up wrong, because the output is red alloy plate. You probably saw that. I didn't. So input is the ingot and output is the plate. So here, steel, red alloy, and here, and I hold shift to see what's in there. Now I can set if I want satellites, and I don't need that right now, but I just think that because this has 27 different slots, I think this is a better way. And now I need to hook it up to the cable above. Now I'll show you. If I try to hook this up to a unrouted cable, unrouted pipe, it doesn't accept this. This red means something is wrong. But I can hook it up to a basic, because basics can do routing. They can do basic crossings like this. And now these 2 are connected. Let's see, do I have any plates? Red alloy. I have 1 alloy foil. Say I want to have 3 alloy foils. I'm going to request it. It's missing, but it should know how to make them though, right? Am I doing something wrong again? This is very new to me. So I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try the logistics chassis Mark II, and maybe we'll go up to 5. We'll see. I've requested a Mark once. What do we need for a Mark II? I need logistics chassis Mark II. And what else do we need? Some iron and some lapis. And this is going to get rather painful, programming it every time I need to do a craft. And for now, that's just it until we get further into automation. Okay, we have the items. And for the next tier, of course, I first need to upgrade my programmer. And then I need some glowstone and some iron. We've seen that the Mark 1 has 2 slots, the Mark 2 has 3 slots, and the Mark 3 has 4 slots. Oh, I don't want to place you there. I want to make a Mark 4. I already created the programmer. And let's see how many slots this one has. 6 slots. I'm going one higher to a Mark 5. Because we still have some of these chips. How many do we have left? 13 advanced, 22 basic. Okay. Alright, I'm going to break these. Place this here. And I'm going to say one of you in here. And it doesn't show me now the recipe, but that's okay. And also one in here. You can also program them in here. But for the crafting manager, I have to do it separately, right? But also the crafting manager then shows me what it is, which is quite cool. All right, and now it's in there. So we have one red alloy foil. Here we have the red alloy plate. So in theory, now, if I say red alloy foil times 3, it requested 3 red alloy foil, but it actually requested 2 plates that are being sent in here, that are being turned into foil, and that are then being sent back. And so we should have 3 foil coming in. So that is the basic gist. Now these can have 4, 5, 10 recipes. And for now, that's okay. I'm gonna do this. The wire, let's see how many wires we have, because that may be a lot more than, no, for now we have, 6 different of these, and then some of them only turning into fine for now. So that's okay. But all of those I'm going to program for the wire mill. For the Mark III, I should have everything I need, right? Logistics chassis Mark III. That is this. I made new ones, so make it easier. Mark III is there. Glowstone is there. Iron is there. Advanced chip is there, and the Mark II is here, but it won't give me the item. I wonder if it needs to have the other ones out of here. Oh, okay. So that's a bit of a bummer then. So now for the Mark IV. Should be a lot easier. I also requested the speed upgrades, which I got from a quest, I think, right? And Mark, meanwhile, will ask for a Mark V. Speed upgrades. So I'm not sure where these can go. I hope they can go from suppliers. So this is using the pipe controller instead of the manager. You can insert upgrades. Can I insert an upgrade here? No. So what kind of machines, what kind of pipes would I do upgrades then? Would you be able to do an upgrade? No, you're also not able to do an upgrade. Meh, I'll figure it out later. We now have our Mark V. And I made a bunch of these crafting modules. The wires are slightly different because you can see the recipe gives us 2 wires for 1 ingot. So if I do, let me see, I think if I scroll up, Yes, I double. Every time you scroll up, you double or you increase. Okay, in this case, increase, and scroll down is empty. You can also right click. No, must be doing something wrong because I scroll up. Can I click outside? I can't. I click open. No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't save it. Why doesn't it save this? If I left click, it's empty. If I shift left click, it's empty. If I alt left click, it's empty. Oh, shift right click. So, see, does it save it now? Okay, so scrolling does look to work, but it doesn't. We need to do shift right click, rotating to 2, and then that goes to 4. And if I shift left click, it's removed. To 4 alt, right click. Oh, if I just right click, hang on. Shift right click is double, right click is half, control right click is half. How would I set this to 3? Right now, I don't know. Well, I will need to look that up. But for now, 2 of them is fine. I just weird that it wasn't saving it. So that's a bit of a bug. It shows you the 2, but it's not really there. So what you could also see now, if I take out all the gold wire, for example, and all the copper wire, for example, I can then go to my request table and I should be able to see them as having 0. Right? 0 means, actually, there is still a lot of copper wire in there, I didn't have to take that. But gold wire is now 0, but I can request 1. Gold ingot going into the wire mill, and I've requested 1 wire, but it's gonna make 2. You can also see the nice purple sparkle saying that this pipe is doing something, and you can see the result is being split, 1 going back into storage and 1 coming back to me. Now this is sort of the basic setup. You have inventories and you have these crafting recipes, and then there is auto crafting like you would do with a crafting table. Now many of the recipes we will put in a assembler, but sometimes you really want a crafting table. And how hard is that to make? That is in an assembler. So we need a logistics block frame that is in an alloy smelter with a machine casing, and a crafting table and a circuit. Circuits are something I have on my list here that I want to automate as well. But first we're gonna see no fruits are needed, but I'm gonna need an assembler and I'm gonna need an alloy smelter setup. For now, I've manually made the alpha machine casing, but in the future we will make that in the assembler as well. So we need a different assembler with different chips. That's going to the QuackTech box. This has been set up to accept one of those with 2 red alloy foils. And this has been set up to accept pistons. And I did that wrong. Need 2 pistons. And one of these block frames that I just showed here, crafting table, we'll still have 1, and integrated logic circuit, I have exactly 1 left. So I should now be able to request a crafting table, and that means if I have the, what am I missing? Missing pistons. Okay, 2 pistons, or at least we're missing cobblestone. Ah yes, cobblestone is not in the system. I probably will set up a barrel for the cobblestone and a barrel for sand and things like that. Maybe even at some point barrels or caches for ingots if we're gonna have a ton of them. But I should now be able to make 2 pistons. What am I waiting for? to pistons, going into the system, not going into the system. I don't think it can take them out. Sorry, crafting. I don't think it can take them out of this inventory. Okay, I was right. I'm gonna request another one. I'm not sure if this is the best place. I think I may need to split this up. One mod base and one that is like chests and whatnot, and keep one in storage, like the pistons for now. Okay, now can I request a crafting table? Request, it says successfully requested. So we should see items fly in. There's the foils and the casing into the alloy smelter. The other items go in here, which in some cases can be a pain because it will send the items in even if it's not ready. And the crafting manager we saw earlier can be used to prevent that. But that's more advanced and we'll get to that later. I first want to see my alloy smelter make the final part. I also want to speed this up a little bit. And my first, so, okay, yeah, this, I need to stop that habit. Okay, I pulled out 6 and here's 1. I'm gonna set up my crafting automation down here. And I think I'm gonna go along the wall. I'm gonna put a basic in the corner so that I can go down eventually if I want to go down. And actually, I can just go here straight with the crafting managers and with the crafting table. Although it might be better. Yeah, I think this is going to be more efficient. So I'm going to have rows of these crafting managers. And that means I'm going to have just some basic pipes going down here. Sorry, unrouted. So there's a basic there. And this is red because it doesn't understand where it can go. Okay, so piston. What is the best recipe for a piston? Items. Okay, we're just gonna do a regular piston. So recipe. This most likely done. Now these are ghost blocks. This is what it's gonna need to craft this one thing. Go into the manager. And that should have been a crafting logistics pipe that I had initially. And now I can import from the crafting table. I actually don't need a basic one here because it's going rerouted via these logistics pipes themselves. Something I'm gonna need a lot of. Unrouted transport pipes, basic logistics pipes, and in the last one I'm gonna do a crafting logistics pipe. Like so. No. Okay. Now the logistics programmer here is going to be fixed. This is not a ghost item, this is the actual item. These are ghost items. And then import, I'm going to take out the programmer. So my recipe doesn't require the programmer because the programmer is in here. This is similar like you would do, for example, with AE, the printing presses, right? You would take the press out of the recipe and just have to press in the machine. And that's also the same that we're going to do, for example, with the program circuits over there. So now, if I look at my pipe, I can request basic and I request crafting. Let's see what happens. It says it's successfully requested. Items should be flying over, should be coming down here. You can see the particles that these are expecting something to happen. And there's my crafting logistics pipe. I also made a crafting sign creator. I'm not sure if that still works as it used to work in the past. But yeah, look, I can just right click these signs, these pipes, and it will show me what is programmed. So this one is not currently programmed and this one is not currently programmed. But this one makes pistons, this makes unrouted transport, basic logistics. This is really cool because it also has the icon, you have like a quick overview. So that's more or less the gist of it. Crafting in machines, crafting in, well, basically crafting tables. I noticed that this chassis pipe is still flashing purple sparkles. Don't try to say that fast. And probably because I took out some of the crafting tables and is expecting a few more. I think if I break this, it should be fixed. Yeah. However, this is a assembling machine. And assembling machines really need the crafting manager, as well as a satellite and a delivery. So, satellite pipe, satellite logistics pipe. How hard is that? I need, of course, I need another program. Actually, I expect I'll be making a lot of those, so I think it makes sense to automate as much as possible. The only problem is currently I'm out of advanced chips, so I can't make another. I just had to repurpose one of the existing ones, and as my manager, import, but without that. Now, can I request satellite pipe? Yes, I can. And the result logistics pipe, a result logistics pipe programmer, port, and sign. Can we make that as well? Results request. Oh, yes, I have it. Okay, so I have a crafting manager. I have a satellite pipe. Ah, there it is. Result logistics pipe. Do I need... I want to bring my wrench. On the assembling machine, and also I want a chest. For now, I'm just going in here and grab myself a chest. It's annoying if you put them back, it doesn't combine them, and that's what this apparently is for. And I just lost 5 sticks because it compressed them. Annoying. Okay. We have output on the back, right? So this is where I'm going to put my satellite result logistics pipe. And I'm going to name this. It doesn't have a configuration. So I'm going to call it LVSM like this, because the other ones will have like configuration 4, etc. LV assembler result pipe. Yes, it remembered. And then also a LV assembler satellite pipe. Crafting manager should go on top. And I think that I can put a chest. Actually, I'm gonna make this a slightly bigger chest, or larger chest. And the reason is that my assembly machine next to it can have another one adjacent and it won't break anything. So let's see, my crafting module goes in here. Then my default satellite is not connected. Now it is. So now I should be able to set my default satellite to being... Why can't I set my satellite? You are connected to him, to him, to him. You are result by... Oh, it's result by satellite. Yes, also. I can't... Ah, there it is. Select. And this one takes a while for it to find it. Maybe because of the length of pipe. Select. Okay. So these are now set. And now I have to tell this. I don't think I have to put it in the satellite for this one, right? If I want to make another one for testing, I need some more pistons. I need some more chips. I need LV machine casings. I actually have the circuits. I can add a crafting table down below. Surely we can do that. I'm gonna go for, if I can do that here, manual blanks, because I have a ton of them. Oh, that's actually easier. Manual blank select. Done. Still makes a crafting table. You import, and I like the signs. So I should now be able to have, this is my machine casey, which can go into the system. I do have now, do I have red order 4? I think I have on craft. This I have on craft. This I have one of them in my system. This is on craft. So if I want to make more of these, okay, it's requested a logistical crafting table. It's gonna make a crafting table there. So it's probably sending some mineral wood down. It's gonna make a piston. And actually I think it can show you here. It doesn't show me what's doing. I thought there was a foldout there, but we'll see. This has not yet received anything, which is good. Also, I think there's a blocking mode for this, but I'm not sure if that's an upgrade. You're expecting something because you need to make red alloy foil, right? What are we doing? Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I had some in stock. I'm gonna request 2. Cobblestone. We have cobblestone here. It needs cobblestone in the system. For now, I'm just gonna put cobblestone, dirt, sand, and sticks in here. And yeah, that definitely needs some reorganization. Alright, let's see. Crafting 2 request. Successful. So we should see a bunch of items flying around. Some of it going nothing. Oh, it is going in here. I was hoping it went in here. This is making that casing. Downstairs should be making a crafting table and piston. There they come. And piston. And then this one is cooked. It will come in here. Okay, I just need to find how blocking. Is that an upgrade? Oh, I need to use the crafting buffer upgrade, which I should be able to chisel. Just one of those. But, you know, I'm not gonna do this again. This has worked. I like that. It made the piston, it made the crafting table. I can take this back into here. Upgrade. Let's see. And I need to make a bunch more items. Crafting buffer upgrade. There's some really nice upgrades. The sneaky one is also right. Cool. Because if I put a sneaky one here, for example, it comes in from the top, but I can tell it, pretend you're coming in from the bottom. So this should be able to take the upgrade. Yes. And now, blocking mode. Blocking mode is, no, come on, I want to change it. Wait for empty inventory, rest on active low. I want to wait for empty inventory. So if I don't have all the items yet, and something is in here, or if something is here, then put your stuff in here, wait for it to be done, and then put them in here. Because we're going to have many recipes in a basic assembling machine, right? There's about 3,500 different recipes. Now, some of them have no configured chip, and they all need to go into the same machine, basically. Configuration 10, right? Configuration 10. We have a lot of different configurations on these chips. This is 8. So this has to be a separate machine because like that programmer that's sticking in there, I need to have the chip stuck in here as well. And it's not going to be part of the recipe. So I need one for every different program. That's for later though. This also, as you saw before, has a lot of slots, which is great. We might do the same thing if we get more than these 10 for the bendings and the wire presses, but that means you need to have a satellite and a result pipe. And that's what I didn't have initially, and that's why it failed earlier. But now it works. So, I have a lot of craftings to do. I need to make more of those chips. I need to make more cables, more machines. I might set up a second row of machines as well. And I probably need to make some more of these barrels. Although I have caches left here, right? I have like 7 caches. Maybe I'll change out some because this, for example, is already almost full. So a cache would work well here. Yeah, we'll see. And then I have some of these what are barrels. Like I said, one for gravel, one for dirt, sand, cobblestone, those things as well. I may need to make some more modular storages. I might do that as well because I really want to have this one only for the modded items from CrackTech and logistics pipe, etc. Well, I have to think about that, but I'm going to do that in between episodes. You don't want to watch me craft it again and again and again. I think I explained the important details, the important crafts, the important differences between the pipes, how to set up simple crafting, more complex crafting with a buffer, different types of suppliers and item syncs and whatnot, and the crafting. And this is one of my favorite things. So, fines. I know I'm geeking out over them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, please leave a like because that really helps out my channel. And you made it here, so why not, right? And if you have any feedback or comments or questions, just put them in the comment section below. And then until next time, thank you very much for watching and take care. Bye bye.